So you want to grow your YouTube channel, but maybe you feel stuck or frustrated because you're not getting the subscribers, you're not getting the views. Roberto Blake is going to be revealing his secrets for getting 10,000 subscribers per month. Explain the journey of growing your channel into 10,000 subscribers a month.
So what people need to contextualize is I've made over 1,500 videos on my main YouTube channel. And that in my YouTube journey, where I started taking YouTube seriously, and that meant consistent content, not missing like a week. And I did something really insane and borderline stupid. There's a point where I went to daily content and I kept that up for a very long time. In 3 years, I made over 800 videos on YouTube. That's why I ended up with 100,000 subscribers. And the thing is, Sean, there's a lot I did wrong. And everything that I played in was already saturated on top of that. So for all the excuses that, the usual suspects in terms of excuses, no, my friends, this is still doable and attainable, and there are people doing it all the time. And I'm not saying you have to do it daily, but that's one of the most effective strategies, is being able to make the right amount of content for your niche. Here are things I did wrong. For one thing, I wasn't making that daily content exclusively in one lane for one audience. I diluted the potential of my channel. My channel had more potential than it currently has to be much larger than it is if I went in only one exclusive direction with all of that content I made. So the compounding effect would be there. The other thing is, as much as it gets a bad rap, search-friendly content that's also evergreen and not about chasing trends, it meant that my content gets a longer shelf life. It doesn't get the emotional, upfront, satisfying views, but in that way, it works like a very unsexy investing strategy. Like, what if I just dollar cost average and just uploaded YouTube videos every day? Even for the people who think that YouTube is luck and winning the lottery, okay, bet. So what if you just bought a lottery ticket every day? Your odds are better than someone who does it once a week. Odds are better than someone who does it once a month and thinks this is the big winning lottery ticket this time. If you were just playing every day, your odds dramatically increase if you were playing every day or close to it, or 3 days or 5 days, comparatively to someone who only plays once a week. With evergreen content, it has discoverability. If your topic is going to get picked up by other people because the niche has the potential for the niche itself to grow over time, then when it picks up and someone that's not you makes a viral video, YouTube's gonna have to look for suggested videos to put next to a viral video. If you've made more videos on that one topic than anyone else and that thing goes viral, guess who's the candidate for the next up page at the end of the video? Guess who's the candidate for the videos next to or below it in suggested? So the thing is, if the category has potential in the future and you're making good quality videos, acceptable quality for the niche, maybe it's not the highest quality, but if it's the standard of the niche, and if the niche could be on the rise, then that means more people will search for it, more people will view it casually on the homepage, and more people will view it casually and binge watch suggested videos on the same idea or topic. So you can position yourself by going deep and having that repository, so that when everyone decides that that thing you're passionate about is gold now, you own the mine, you own the gold mine, you own the silver mine, you own the depth. And then everybody who's chasing it is only boosting your content in the homepage and suggested because you have the deep inventory and you've been around the whole time. And the proof of this, Sean, is during the pandemic, all those people who made those boring tutorials on Zoom and all these live streaming platforms that people had to use for business meetings, these people, it's their time. So the timing, you can be so early to the market, and if it's evergreen content, it can produce massive riches in the future if your time should come. So you may not be able to always predict or anticipate those things, but does it have that potential? Does it have the adoption rate? Evergreen content isn't just for education channels. And a lot of people don't understand that. Search content isn't just for education channels. It can be for fan bases and communities as well. And so leveraging search doesn't mean you're not still taking advantage of the homepage. That's just a good topic title and thumbnail, as always, my friend. And as for suggested videos, that's just about a niche that's on the rise of content that people would binge watch.
You mentioned this earlier. You had this 3-year run where you pumped out 800 videos. It sounds to me, Roberto, that you outworked the competition. And there was probably very few people that, if any, that really produced that level of quantity that reliably. Break this down.
It depends on your niche and it depends on your strategy, your effectiveness, your personality, performance, production. But if you can get to a baseline of, okay, I have good production values, I perform well on camera, and there are people like my personality, and I know how many subscribers I get when I put out this video, this video, this video. If you can scale that, then you can start to control the amount of subscribers and views and money that you're getting, because now you can say, if I'm making this much with one video a week or 2 videos a week, if I go to 5, if I go to 7, if I go to 10, I have a way to justifiably expect some linear continuation of those results. That's just how everything typically is. Now, there are points of diminishing returns, but the thing with YouTube is this: every video is a new opportunity and some perform better than others. So the thing is, there's actually very little proof of diminishing returns when the quality has been proven to be acceptable to the community. So the thing is, once you get quality to a point to where it's acceptable to the community, and you'll know that because views are becoming subscribers and they're becoming them at a reasonable rate or an above average rate for your niche, and you see it with your own eyes, then you know, as long as I don't drop this quality and I do more of it, more results will follow, and I can stack my results now. So, and it's no different than other work. Oh, wow, I'm making this much money, I'm getting these results because I'm working 20 hours a week. Well, clearly my salary will increase if I do 40 hours a week and the productivity doesn't work and no one's unsatisfied with what I did and I'm still getting the same customers, compliments, and the same standard is maintained. As long as I maintain my standard, increasing the output can only increase results. Everyone's worried that that's going to burn out their subscribers. Everybody should just go to their analytics and figure out that more than 50% of their audience is not subscribed to them. So continue to reach new people is how you grow. I think the main thing is we need to strive to level up in all areas. We need to produce high value content that gets attention, that the people we want to reach will care about. Then we need to make sure they're having the best experience possible in terms of the quality within our abilities without killing ourselves. It's like, we gotta do that. Now I'm going to give you that thing that you give attention to, that experience that you love, and I'm going to give you more of that than anybody else is giving you. And if you can level up in all of those areas, you have a higher chance of being successful than someone who doesn't level up in all those areas. It's all about raising standards and then maintaining them and scaling in the right places.